What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zan MMA Man. Today, it's a big video. Well, first off, I'm gonna apologize for um not doing my initial reactions to that one of the worst cards in MMA history, UFC history. Definitely up there, top five. But today we're gonna be building three, like John Cena, three cards: UFC 331, 332, and 333. Obviously, you gotta have the UFC glove mic, and you know, let's get straight to it. Opening off UFC 331, your boy Payne Talbot finally got a fight, and it's against none other than Marlon Cheeto Vera. A big fight. Expect Frank Ocean to be there. You can you can kind of you can well these fights kind of work off like the fights and the title fights and stuff like of all three cards. So you'll see what I'm talking about when I move on to like the main events and co-mains and stuff like that of the other cards. Fight number two, a big one. Aaron Pico, you know, coming off that one against Patricio Pitbull, and Milk Costa, coming off that pretty sad loss against Arnold Allen. We were all sad. We were all rooting for Milk, and that's a pretty good fight. It should be really entertaining. Gene Silva coming off of his trip from the one, the only Tel Aviv, Israel, and Aljo. Really good fight there too. Oof, the goat, bro. Carlos Prates versus Michael Morales. This is gonna be. This has to happen, dude. When this fight gets announced, we are all putting this card on our calendars if we haven't already. But then the main event, obviously, we had those two featherweight fights. So, we obviously have to put Volk versus Mosbar. Volk training with Mauricio Rufia, one of my favorite fighters. Volk will get a knockout in this fight. Volk will cold Mosbar. All right, this is not my proudest work, but Edgar Tyrez versus Tim Ellie. Why not? Tom Nolan versus Grant Dawson. These two fighters are ranked in the meta rankings. I don't know what Meta's been watching, or well, I don't know what I've been watching, because I don't know why. Well, I don't know why Tom Nolan's ranked like number 11 in the meta rankings. So like just put them against each other. Like you got Mini Bisping there, and Grant Dawson, and Tom Nolan with his like just really British and all those tats. Like let's just see who's deserving to be in the rankings. Feature, bro. Just get these out of here, bro. This is. I hope both of them can lose, but we'll see if Bonfim's a fraud. We'll see if Brady's a real contender, and why not make this fight? That welterweight division has to keep rolling. Charles wearing the shirt too. Hey, y'all see this? Y'all see this, right? Charles DuBronx Oliveira, got the poster right there. And, make this for the BMF too. Like, I don't know why people don't want it to be for the BMF. I mean, obviously, these people are probably, like, non deserving of it, but, like, these fighters are going to move on to fight Gaethje, and if you can beat Gaethje, like you're a true BMF, honestly. And if you can't, well, that belt's back to Gaethje. Main event, bro. You have to have this as the main event. I know Charles and Armand are probably gonna rack in all the money, but dude, we can't be talking like Josh Van versus Pantoja has no hype surrounding it, dude. Like since since Van fought Tyra, this fight has just been getting more hyped up than ever, and like you know, this is actually gonna be a good fight. I predict it's gonna be a good fight. If C Versa could put up a good fight against Pantoja, why can't Van beat him? So, but Pantoja knows that. Pantoja definitely has improved since that. Well, Pantoja's only fought uh, Asakura, but Asakura was hyped up, and he almost, he almost got knocked out by him in the first round. But we don't talk about that. This could be one of the best cards I've ever made. I challenge Bedtime MMA to make a better card. I know he's the matchmaking goat, but there's no comparing what I'm about to build here or what I did build here. Zahavi versus Martinez, that division's booked. And that's a problem I ran into. I had to look at the media rankings to see like what fights to build, but it's because a lot of people are booked. So, but Zahavi and Martinez, they fought a while back. So, well, not both. Both of them didn't fight each other, but like both of them fought a while back. Like, okay, y'all get it. Volkov versus Pavlovich, they fought at Fight Night. Alice Guerrero versus Whitaker. I watched that. One of my first cards. One of my first Fight Night cards I watched. You know, you know, pretty. This could be a pretty boring fight, but it's gonna, dude. It's gonna pick up the pace right after this. But this is obviously the rematch. Volkov won by decision that first fight. But ranked number 2 and 3, I'm pretty sure in the heavyweight division. So number one contenders fight for y'all. Y'all will see. But there also is another number one contender after this. The return of Poatan. Have Herb Dean ref this. I don't care, bro. Poatan will knock out Hogan and Herb Dean in this fight, bro. Like they already have beef. Well, it's mostly one-sided beef with Hogan, but you know, make it happen. If it can happen, make it. Co-main, obviously, y'all saw Zahavi versus Martinez, so this was coming yet. Peter Yan versus Merab Dvalishvili. Has to happen. Trilogy. Let's see if Piotr can, maybe save this division because Merab has already fought and beat everyone, So, I like Merab, but I love Piotr, and he, I think he has to win. So, and then that goes on to our main event of the evenings, sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Well, this is by I don't know, Abu Dhabi. Aspinall gone. Wear them glasses, Tom, and you know, please don't have her being ref this, bro. Please have, as they say, the very best. Mark Goddard. Have him ref this. He's British. He'll favor Aspinall, and Aspinall will save the UFC, will save the heavyweight division, and we will be celebrating the Cyril Gunn downfall. But that's it for you guys. Put your predictions down in the comments below, and you know these are some really good fights to make. These are some really good fights to watch. UFC, please hire me and please use my ideas. That's it for you. That's it for this video. Cheeky little 10 minutes. Kind of rush through this because I don't have that many subscribers, so I can only make 15-minute videos. But it's fine. I don't want to keep y'all here waiting, and you know, that's it for this video. I'll see y'all on the flip side. I'll see y'all when I want to post, when I find something, when I get a better idea. Obviously, well, I didn't mention where the cards were, but y'all already know it's going to be in the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, formerly Staples Center. Then the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, they got that whole deal happening, and then the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. So maybe when the location of UFC 334 gets announced, I'll do that. And you know, that's it for this video. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll I'll see y'all later. Green apples.